Is this gonna work? Oh snap! What's up, y'all? This is my first time going live. I'm trying to figure out how to even go live. But if we here, I suppose we here, we live. Let me see if I'm live on everything. I'm really snap! I'm really up here. That's crazy. Okay, bet. Okay, all right. So what should I say? Yeah. This is a game 5 preview. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 5K subs. As always, I'm Rashad Milligan, man. Yeah, this is something different and that I've never tried before. I wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on today with this thing and things of that sort. And I don't know, man. This pretty cool. This pretty cool. But yeah. So game 5 is tonight. Just wondering what's going to go on with game 5 and, who's going to show up. I picked New York before the series, so I have to stick with New York, even though it's looking really good for Minnesota. Minnesota feels like they have the momentum. I think they feel good in New York after game 1 and things of that sort. So I don't know. I think Minnesota's feeling really good. I think it is going to come down to the last shot, just like most of the games this series have come down to the last few shots. And so I think, who do you put the ball in the hands of? I think it's a real question here now. Like, who do you put the ball in the hands of at the end of the game? Do you put the ball back in Sabrina Ionescu's hands? I don't know. Do you put the ball in Brianna Stewart's hands and let Stewie go to work and drive and see what happens? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't know. I think you go with Sabrina. Sabrina. Because Stewie's got something to prove, man. Stewie's got something to prove. She performed well a couple games ago, and it was kind of like her comeback story or whatever of avenging herself from last year's finals in game 1 this year, of not performing well down the stretch. So it'll be very interesting to see if Stewie has it going the way she had it going. What was that, 2 games ago? So that would have been game 3 in Minnesota, where she was taking over at the end of the game. I think if Stewie has it going like that in the fourth quarter, you have to let her get the last shot regardless. And Stewie's someone like LeBron where she makes the right play. So if Minnesota collapses on her and it's a 4-against-1 with Stewie driving to the hole, Stewie will kick it out to Jonquel Jones. Stewie will kick it out to Sabrina Ionescu. Stewie will kick it out to Vandersloot. Whoever the case might be out there on that perimeter, Benijah Laney, Hamilton, or anybody out there, Phoebich. She'll kick it out for that better open shot. And I don't know if you can afford to do that in a situation like this. Game 5, all the marbles on the table. Emotions are definitely going to be high. So I just want to see what's going to happen, man. I don't know what's going to happen, but I got New York taking it. And like I said, I got New York taking it on the last second shot, because most of these games this series have come to the final shot, or the final minute, the final 30 seconds. So let me know what you're thinking in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments. I got to pull this up. Hold on. Hold on. I got this thing going up here. All right, cool. But let me know what you're thinking in the comments. And yeah, man. Shout out to the one viewer in here right now, man. We getting it started. I'm just teetering around, seeing how to work this thing of live streaming. But yeah, man, game 5 tonight. Let's look up at some statistics, shall we, of how this series has gone. So pretty much down the middle, as I've said before. Let me see if I can share my screen. Hold on. How you share the screen? All right. Okay. I'm pulling it up. I'm sharing the screen right now. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody in. It's my first time live streaming. Do I know what I'm doing? Not necessarily. I'm not gonna lie to you, but we're gonna figure it out together. Shout out to Keita. Shout out to Keita Love Sports, man. She's the one who put me on game a few months ago. I was like, yo, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, Rashad. I was like, oh, I appreciate that, Keita. But yeah. You look at game 4 right here off top, pretty balanced attack from New York, just wasn't good enough offensively. And you see pretty balanced attack. It was even down the middle. So here we go to team stats over here on ESPN. Shout out ESPN. And if you see it, they make about the same amount of field goals. Field goal percentage was better right here from New York. This was the Sabrina Ionescu game, the comeback game for New York. They made one more 3-pointer, and that was Sabrina's game winner. You see the free throw percentage here Free throws about the same. Everything is down the middle the same. Fouls. Minnesota fouled more. This was a game that Alana Smith was really in foul trouble. So we'll just see what happens there. But I think, for the most part, the refs whistle. This series has been pretty kind of like let the players play until the end of the game. And that's a whole nother thing is like, are the refs going to let them play? Are we gonna let them play, or are we gonna call little tic tac fouls at down low in the bottom of the paint? Because it's gonna get aggressive, all of those things and stuff like that down low with John Quell. It's gonna get aggressive with I'm trying to think of all the bigs down there, but Smith and Stewart and all of them down low. It's gonna get aggressive. Game 5, all the marbles on the floor. Courtney Williams. What does Courtney Williams do today? I think I'm kind of scared about Courtney Williams and Kayla McBride because with them, like them jokers put the ball up, them some certified bucket getters. But in a moment like this, when all the lights on you, all the marbles, game 5, and you shooting 20 shots and ain't none of them going in, you're going to keep shooting. And I don't know if that's what you need in game 5. So I'm scared about them because they are such volume shooters. So is Sabrina, and so is John Quill. So I don't know. I feel like he kind of evens out on both sides, but it's a bit different. So I don't know, man. I'm very excited for tonight. Let me see if I got anything in the chat. Nothing in the chat yet, but we do have people watching, man. What the heck? This is my first time live stream. I'm just figuring it out. I don't even know how to do the intro video. I don't know how to do the song. So, but that is what is going on tonight. Game 5 in New York, the Big Apple. Courtney Williams' dad. Shout out to Don Williams. Shout out to Mr. Don, man. Talking about we coming for you, Ellie. We coming for the elephant, Ellie the elephant, whatever your name is. We coming for you. I think it's going to be a fun game. It's going to come down to the last shot. New York's going to get the final possession at home. And I think if Stewie has it going, you get it to Stewie. If Stewie doesn't have it going, if Benijah Laney has it going, I think you let Benijah, whoever has a hot hand, gets a shot. And if nobody's hot, I say you go to Sabrina Ionescu with the season on the line because, hey, that game four final shot came down to Sabrina again. And she missed it, but it was a good second. It was a contested 3, tough shot, everything like that. Championship on the line, on the road. I thought Sabrina had a chance of making that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought Sabrina had a chance of making that shot. So I don't know, man. Like, I think if nobody else has it going for New York, if there's nobody with a particular hot hand, and the game comes down to the final possession, which I think it will once again because it has for majority of this series, I think if you're New York, you just put the ball in the hands of Sabrina Ionescu. You put the ball in Stewie's hands if Stewie's hot. You put the ball in Vandersloot's hands if Vandersloot is hot. You put the ball in Benijah's hands if Benijah is hot, John Quill, et cetera, et cetera. I think with John Quill, though, you're talking about fouls here because John Quill get on that block, she throw them elbows, she be hooking, everything like that. And you know that the refs have been calling that touchy stuff down low in the paint in the final seconds of the game. You can't just say, oh, it ain't going to be no, it ain't going to be no. You can't say that because the refs have been calling that. So, you know what I'm saying? They've been calling the tight whistle, everything like that at the end of the games. So, I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. But, shoot, that's all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed the game tonight. I just wanted to check in and really try out this live streaming thing. And, yeah, man. So, that is all I have. If you are new to the channel, this is the Road to 5K subs. Please take care of yourselves. Man, we got 2 people in here, man. Hey, new person that came in. Pretty much everything I said. I think the shot is going to come down to the final shot tonight. I think New York's going to have the ball last, and I picked New York before the series, so I got to stick with New York. And I say the final shot goes to pretty much whoever has a hot hand. If nobody in particular has an outstanding hot hand, then you have to give the ball to Sabrina Ionescu and let Sabrina Ionescu take the season wherever it goes. Like, you put the ball in Sabrina Ionescu's hands because game 3, y'all saw what she did game 3 winning the game. And y'all saw game 4. She didn't win the game in game 4, but it looked pretty good. The shot looked pretty good, and I thought she was going to make it on the road in Minnesota. It's going to be a hostile environment. Minnesota's got the momentum just throughout the entire series. I'm not even going to lie to you. I didn't expect the series to be this competitive. I thought New York had head and shoulders the better team, the more talented roster. But Minnesota's just got heart, and once they got that first comeback, I think they had everything they needed. Shout out to Coach Cheryl Reeve, one of the best coaches in the history of basketball. Ever since then, they just had the momentum of like, yo, we can do this. We can do this. We legitimately can do this. And I think ever since then, Minnesota's just had that momentum. And I think Minnesota could very well win this game. But I got to stick to what I picked before the series, which was New York. So I got New York winning this mug in the final shot. And I got Sabrina taking the final shot if nobody's hot. And if somebody is hot, I got whoever's hot taking the last shot. And yeah, that's all I got. But this is the road to 5K subs. If you are new to the channel, it's my first time live streaming. I'm just testing it out. Y'all take care of yourselves. Until next time, peace out. Is there anything in the chat? Nothing in the chat. If y'all ain't got nothing to tell me, I'm gonna give y'all like 15 seconds, I guess, and then we'll go from there. Oh, okay. I got one comment. Okay, oh, it's my boy from Minnesota. Let me see. Okay, hold on. Minnesota gonna do what they did all year long and shock the world. They were picked to be ninth place by the so-called experts. Hey, Jer, that won't me now. That won't me now. Come on now. That won't me. I ain't pick them to be ninth place. I picked Minnesota to be middle of the pack because they've been middle of the pack most of the time and things of that sort. Just throughout the past years and in the fee era and things of that sort. So I don't know, man. I had Minnesota probably being about a 4 or 5th seed, but I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. I also had Atlanta being a top 4 seed in the league, so I was way off with my preseason picks. But Minnesota, I didn't think Minnesota was that bad. Like as bad as other people were discrediting them and stuff like that. I knew they had a pretty solid team. You know, we seen what Kayla McBride has done throughout her career. We seen what Fee has been when she's been healthy and things of that sort. She had kind of 1 year bounce back after the pregnancy, and then this year was kind of like the year she had her momentum and everything like that back. So I don't know. I expected Minnesota to be pretty good, and but yeah, they're hanging toe to toe with New York. I did not expect that in the finals. So yeah. So Minnesota's going to do what they did all year long and shock the world. Jerry's got them winning. We have any other predictions? We got 3 people in here, man. We have any other predictions in here? Y'all let me know before I get out of here because I'm about to get out this piece. Let me see. I'm gonna give y'all about 15 more seconds. All right. All right. It's looking like that might be it. But thank y'all for tuning in to my first live stream. I do not know what I'm doing. And if you're new, I got New York winning final shot of the game. I got Sabrina Ionescu taking the final shot. Unless somebody has a hot hand. If somebody has a hot hand, like if Stewie had a game like she had in game 3 in Minnesota, I think Stewie takes the last shot and they win. And someone asked, is this the greatest finals ever? This was from ESPN. I saw this question. It's been some pretty good finals, man. You think about Maya Moore's last finals in Indiana, where she hit the game winning shot in one of those games. That was a pretty good series. LA versus Minnesota had some battles, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, gang. I think Candace Parker has 3 championships on 3 different teams, but Candace could probably have like 2 or 3 championships with LA if it wasn't for Minnesota and Maya Moore and that dynasty over there with them getting 4 and stuff like that. So I say that championship, Candace's first championship with the Sparks in Minnesota, Chelsea Gray on the elbow, turnaround jumper, and the final few seconds, and Candace Parker tackles her. To me, I think that was 2016. To me, that was the greatest finals ever. And then the Minnesota finals with Maya Moore in Indiana, where she hit the game winner. That's a great finals as well. I'm not old enough to remember like the first couple finals with the Houston Comets and stuff like that, because I know one of those games, I think it was Witherspoon, Coach Spoon. She was the one that hit the half court shot or somebody like that. If any historians in the chat, y'all let me know. Y'all get me right. But one of those early years, there was a half court shot, buzzer beater, and everything like that in the finals. Some pretty impressive finals throughout the years. But in my opinion, the 2016, 2017 eras with Minnesota Lynx and the Indiana Fever, and then the Minnesota Lynx, Los Angeles Sparks. Those were like my favorite finals. But this one is pretty dang good. I ain't gonna lie to you. Every game coming down to the final bucket. So that's how I feel with the thing of it's just the greatest finals ever. And that's it, y'all. That's it. I think that's it. I appreciate y'all stopping by once again. My name is Rashad. I logged off, signed off like 3 times, and I didn't end the stream. This is pretty fun. I see why people live stream now. It's like more interactive and stuff in the instant. But I'm about to head out. Y'all be easy. Peace.